All right. Welcome back to the second episode of a podcast to Deep Left Field by Castellanos. Today we're switching it up a bit off of baseball content, of course. And what was that? And
Switching it up. Euro.
I should have done this to just me and Pat.
Yeah, we'll cut all this out.
Yeah, we'll cut both out. And we're gonna move into NFL. What is it? Week 5.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So my team has already played for the week, and I am not happy. But
I'm happy.
we'll move on.
Look.
Yeah, because
I'm happy.
You wish injuries on people.
No, I didn't wish injury.
Well, yeah, sure.
I'm a
What
Geno Smith fan.
Yeah, sure. You celebrate injuries. What you do?
I have no words. That is false
right.
statement.
Today we're going to go through the remaining 15 matchups. Talk about some predictions, maybe some winners and losers, and stuff we expect to see. And then try to identify one fantasy start that we think will either, it could be a defense, could be a kicker, could be the quarterback, could be maybe a guy we think might have a big breakout game or might just have a big game out of nowhere. Yeah, I wouldn't live or die on any of this advice, especially from Boch.
Bet the house.
Don't
on whatever I say.
Whatever Boch says, bet the house on the opposite, and you've won
as
the time.
Did Boch make the playoffs last year?
Yeah, won the chip.
Nah, it doesn't count if Boch won the chip. Wait, who won me in your matchup, Pat?
I did.
Oh, so you won the chip.
Yeah.
All right, so Pat won the chip. I got second. I did have the best record in the league, so.
I recall correctly, Boch was supposed to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Bro,
Boch
I
missed the
started
playoffs.
Sam Darnold for the first 2 weeks of the season as a joke, and I still
Sam
won
Darnold's
the chip.
QB5. Don't ever disrespect him.
Okay.
Okay. Matchup 1, we have a London game, a little 9:30 a.m. action. The Falcons taking on the Jets. What to expect? The flu
Very
win
low
from last
scoring.
week is over. The Falcons big dick the Jets, and
What? Are you
just-
on crack?
Boch, so you just said this game's very low. This game's gonna be very low scoring.
Yes, I did.
all right? So the Jets might have an okay defense, but the Falcons don't.
But have you seen the Jets O-line?
It doesn't
Greg
matter if
Van
your quarterback
Roten.
throws 2 interceptions a game.
Okay. Zach Wilson,
How many interceptions has he thrown?
8,
And how many games have there been?
4.
So that's 2 interceptions a
But-
game. You
but-
just yes or
but-
no.
But yes.
Okay,
But
so that's all you need to say.
if you contribute the ones that were drops,
No,
tipped,
because we've
he only
literally
has
never done
about
that for a
5.
quarterback. At the end of a season, we've never been like, okay, Rodgers finished the season with 5 interceptions, but 4 of them were dropped or tipped, so they don't count. Like, no, that's no. An interception is an
15 points.
interception, and I'm not saying Zach Wilson's a bad quarterback, because I don't think he's a bad quarterback, but he's not a good quarterback
Yet.
and he's certainly not as good as Matt Ryan even right now.
They're both cooked.
Yeah, no.
The Falcons are giving up 32 points per game, and the
They have-
Jets
don't they have-
with that incredible defense going to Boch giving up 24 points a game.
And that's legit top 15 in the league. So what?
Is it top 15 in the league? Pat?
Yes.
You're gonna have to look this one up.
And the Jets have given up only 2 passing touchdowns, and they're both on shelter. One of them was on sheltered Fred Wine. He's not even on the team anymore. So like the secondary is holding up.
So what you're telling me is that some guy that got cut still started over the guy that's going to be guarding someone tomorrow?
No, he was the backup because Lamarcus Joyner dislocated his elbow or something
Is
like
he
that.
is DeMarcus Joyner back?
He's out for the year.
Okay, so you're going to have a guy that was below the guy that gave up a touchdown. Look, I don't think the Jets defense is bad. I think their D-line is really good with Quinn Williams and Franklin Myers. A nice extension for him.
Huff.
So 455.
Yes.
All right, so I think that they have a
4th.
good D-line. Well, they had 7 sacks last week. on
Yeah,
Tannehill.
7.
Look, I don't think the Falcons are going to run up and score 50 points on them, but the Falcons need their offense to score to win games. And as much as I can see the Jets doing something because they're, again, playing a team without wide receivers, I don't see them winning this time.
I have
in
Jets by
London,
3.
It's in London. It's a weird thing. It's very hard for a rookie to adjust. to set like new environments at weird times for him. I think that I just think Matt Ryan, as a veteran, gets it done. Pat,
I have to agree. I think it's a high scoring game. Well, I don't want to say high, like 30, like 40 to 35, like high 20s, low 30s, like maybe like a 35, 28, 35, 31 game with the Falcons edging it out.
The
yeah,
over is
I have
46.
27-24 Falcons.
The over for the game is,
The over under is
Yeah.
46 points.
oh, I take the over.
I don't know. I just with the Jets O line being shaky and inconsistent as hell with the rookie left guard, backup left tackle, and one of the worst right guards in the league. I can't bet on any points being scored. Also, with the Falcons O line being injured and banged up, with Quinn Williams being a top 5 pressure guy in the league from the D tackle position, I just think it would be very, very low scoring. I say Jets by 3 just because of the wide receivers.
I have Falcons by 3. Pat, you have Falcons by
7.
7. Okay. And one breakout candidate or one person that you would definitely start this game. Boach.
Elijah Moore. He's coming back from concussion. And if you look at the tape, he's been open consistently in every game he's played, but the timing wasn't there with him and Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson now has hopefully enough time in the pocket to find him. And I expect a breakout game.
Now, question for
Have you
both.
seen my O line? We can't do anything. It's going to be low scoring. Also, Boach. Zach Wilson, with some time in the pocket this game, he's going to.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was going to
If
say.
anything,
Okay, Pat, breakout performer.
I don't know. Based off
Performer.
Boach's scouting report, it sounds like we're staying away from all players in this game.
Unless you're taking the defense. Why is
No, but-
Deontay Waller? No, never mind. I'm not going to address that.
I will take Cordell Patterson to keep it up because he's essentially going to be wide receiver 2 tomorrow. Wide receiver, like, keep up his high scoring fantasy production for at least one more week.
Yeah. I'm going to take officially Kyle Pitts. He's seeing 8 to 9 targets with Ridley in. With Ridley out, I think that bumps up to 12 targets, and hopefully he gets that first rookie touchdown because he's been waiting 5 weeks now for it. So I'd take Kyle Pitts, but I'd say keep an eye on Michael Carter, possibly if the passing game stalls at all, or if it's late in the game and maybe the Jets have a lead, maybe get a punch in at the goal line or something.
That would be an interesting tidbit. First rookie to score their first rookie to score their first career touchdown in London.
Elijah Moore and Kyle Pitts both for the first touchdowns in London.
No one said anything about Elijah Moore. Okay.
That's 14 points there, and it sounds like you don't even have 10 being scored in the entire game total.
No, there's gonna
Okay.
be more than 10.
Yeah,
I think it'll be like 20 through 20.
Okay.
That.
Vikings versus Lions, game 2. Lions are the road and Vikings are the home team. This is my pick'em of the week.
You're
my
lock?
eliminator pool. No, my eliminator pool. I locked in the Vikings.
Yeah, I can see it. I
Last
just
week
don't.
last week I had a scare. I took the Bengals
You took the Bengals.
last week.
I have.
They won.
They won, but like at the first 2 weeks, I got scared on my mind because week 1 I chose. Oh, I forgot the team. It came out as a 3-point game.
49ers.
Second week, it was the 49ers. And they almost blew it to the Lions. And then
Not really.
the second week, it was the Cardinals against the Jags. And it was the 109-yard return for a touchdown. That freaked the hell out of me.
But that was week 3.
That was week 3. Okay,
There.
all 3 weeks have been
It was week
scary.
3.
3 weeks have been scary.
I don't know. I took the Bucks first week, so I had something to watch in that first Thursday night game.
Is this
but
is this the ESPN eliminator thing?
I mean, yeah, it's a pool like
Yeah.
with other people. Yeah.
No, I know Boach does the ESPN thing out. Like, do you also do the same thing, the ESPN thing, or you have an actual?
Yeah. No, I do the ESPN pool. No, not like I don't do it like just to do it. Like I'm in a pool with people.
Actually, no. I just do the one with like everybody.
Because I was doing the same thing as Boach, the one with everybody, and then after week 1, I forgot to put my new pick in and got knocked out just like that.
Week 2, I chose the Browns versus the Texans, but the Texans put up a good fight.
Okay. Yeah, I picked the Vikings. Who do you guys have winning this game and why?
I'm gonna take this one by the spread, where the Detroit Lions will cover the spread and maybe even win the game, depending on if Dalvin Cook plays or not, because he's currently questionable.
How bad is the spread? I can't see it.
Uh, it's 10.
It's 10.
Vikings minus 10.
Yeah.
That's close.
I'd take the Lions too.
Is
Beat the spread.
Christian Barrymore playing
I don't
or
think so.
Darisol? If
I
not,
don't think he is. I know that Dalvin Cook's gonna play. Because last week he played injured, and he said that he's just gonna keep playing through the pain. He's probably only gonna play half the snaps. Alexander Madison's gonna get a lot of work again. I honestly think Dalvin Cook making or missing a game doesn't really matter at all to the outcome of the game. That's how good I think Alexander Madison actually is. I think it's more of a fantasy thing than a real thing. I just think the Lions are, they're fine, but again, like Hawkinson hasn't really been that good these last couple of weeks, those 2 weeks. He's kind of disappeared a little bit. St. Brown is still doing nothing. Quentin says Cephas is the number one receiver on that team. Their defense isn't good. Aquara's out for the year.
But they bite kneecaps.
Yeah. So I don't know. And the Vikings just, the Vikings losses have been, Cardinals,
Browns.
I don't know who they played week 1. But
I will check.
Based off of that information, I will take the Lions to win the game.
What? Upset sleeper?
Well, yeah, because I think although like the Lions have put up some close scores in games that really shouldn't have been close, I just think they're like, I don't think they're going to be an 0-16 team, and like they're eventually going to get that first win. And I think
Like this week?
Yeah, and like in the
I don't know.
I don't see it
being the Vikings. I see them beating the Bears
Do-
their first matchup.
Do they have anybody that can cover Justin Jefferson or Thielen?
You don't need to cover them. You just need to outscore them.
Jeff Okuda with his torn Achilles.
No. So then the question is, do they have anyone that can catch a pass?
They got DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams. Just run both of them.
Locking them in.
I got the Vikings.
The Vikings by
and then one
10
fantasy performer.
DeAndre Swift. They're gonna be so down bad that they're gonna just have to check down Jared Goff. Nobody else really.
Pat.
I've also stick with Vikings, but I'll go TJ Hawkinson, bounce back week.
Okay. I'm gonna take Kirk Cousins. I think he finished this week as a top 10 QB play. Just someone who he has the weapons, and he has the kind of the green light to throw. So I don't really think the Lions will put up any fight at all, defensively at least. So yeah. All right. All three of us took the Vikings.
No, I took the Lions.
I took the Lions.
I thought you just said you would stick with the Vikings, but
no, like that. I think he meant to say like he's gonna stick with the Lions and choose a player.
Oh yeah, I was stay with Boach because he went Swift. I was like, I meant to say I'll stay with the same team fantasy wise. I guess I'm I'm choosing the Lions. Pull off the upset, locking it in.
All right. Next we have the Saints versus the Washington football team.
I really like this game.
I don't really know what to make of the Saints. Are they good or are they not? And I don't really know what to make the Washington football team. Are they good or are they not? Is the defense that was top 5 last year really the worst in the NFL? Because
yes,
it's getting close to that. And they
They're
should have
burnt
the
toast.
talent that they have.
I don't know. It's this game is solely dependent on Taylor Heineke. To me personally,
no,
I think it is personally. Jameis Winston, I think you know what you're gonna get from him.
Don't at all.
Couple nice throws, couple picks.
He literally had 5 touchdowns in the first game, and then 2 weeks later, like barely threw the ball. Like I just think like.
But the 5 touchdown game, he threw the ball like 19 times. So like.
Yeah, but the point is, he can throw 19 times and have 5 touchdowns, or you can just see Jameis Winston from 3 years ago where he threw like 87 picks.
Consistency.
there's no consistency in his game throughout.
I think more the
It's
X
an
factor though is
obscene thing to
Heineke.
say.
I think
Yeah,
Heineke has a bigger effect on the game than
saying Heineke is an X factor versus saying the sole dependence of this game is on Heineke are two different things. I think that it's important to address Antonio Gibson's injury. He's playing with a fractured shin for the last 3 weeks. And he says he's going to continue to play with it. He's probably only going to play 60% of the snaps, and J.D. McKissic is going to continue to get that late game work, that third down work, which really caps Gibson's upside, which upsets me because he's my favorite player in the NFL. But we digress. So who you guys taken, and maybe identify a player with that, because this is just one where there's a lot to talk about, but there's no real way to there's not like a favorite in this, to me at least. I think that they're pretty evenly matched.
I actually have a clear-cut way of knowing that the New Orleans Saints will win tomorrow.
Now is that?
Is it like a
Week 1, the Saints came out and looked dominant. Week 2, they looked bad. Week 3, dominant again. Week 4, bad. It's now week 5. It's time for dominance.
Okay.
So according to the pattern, the Saints will win this one by 2 scores.
Okay, Bunch.
I have the Saints in a close game. Was one key player. I think Jawan Johnson, tight end, starting to become Jameis Winston's red zone target. I just think he'll have a solid game.
3 touchdowns. I wouldn't say all that.
It's pretty good.
I would take the Washington football team. Bias 10. That's my bold prediction of the week. All right, one fantasy player. So you have Jawan Johnson. You think he's gonna score? Pat?
I think he's gonna have a score.
He's pretty much touchdown dependent to put up any performance.
I'll go with Will Lutz.
Is he back? Is it Rosas still?
Rosas?
Yeah, wait, no, never mind. I'm currently looking at the Saints injury report, and I read that wrong.
I said injury report. Will Lutz is on here. He's gonna have a breakout game.
Break out of the IR.
I thought he was questionable, and I'm looking at the wrong status next to it. But then, yeah, I'll go with Aldrich Rosas, the breakout player, or the fantasy player.
What are you thinking? 4 field goals?
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Curtis Samuel.
Oh, he's back.
He looked good in his first game back. He looked good last week in his first game back. I think they're gonna pay extra attention with Marshawn Lattimore if he's playing. I don't know if he's hurt or not, and Marcus Williams toward Terry McLaurin because he's really their number 1 option. I'd love Antonio Gibson for a little 2 touchdown performance, but we'll see what happens with that with his injury. So I'm gonna take Curtis Samuel, maybe 8 catches for 60 and a touchdown, something like that.
I also think that Alvin Kamara gets re-involved in the New Orleans Saints in the Saints offensive plan.
With Tony Jones Jr. out, that would be a smart pick.
Alvin Kamara.
We got the New England Patriots versus the Houston Texans.
Are we on the same wavelength here?
Patriots by 37.
37?
It's a bold one.
I would say by 15. That's as far as I'd push it.
Yeah, we're not on the same wavelength. I have Patriots by 3.
3? Rookie quarterback versus Bill.
Still on game losing streak.
Rookie quarterback versus rookie quarterback. You have to Bill has Tom again.
But the Texans defense though.
Okay.
The Texans offense though.
They got shut out last week by the Bills.
That's what I'm saying.
Did I hold up? Did I say the Texans were going to win the game?
No, we said a 3-point game.
Okay,
I just don't think
said the Patriots win by 3. Okay,
but 3 is a much closer game.
Yes, correct. I think it's going to be a close. Correct. So, fantasy performer, Boach.
Hunter Henry, check down tight end. I'm a tight end guy.
Jonnu Smith is the number 1 tight end there.
But I think Hunter Henry will have a good game.
And Pat.
The Patriots defense thinking a couple of turnovers, a couple of sacks, and maybe even a touchdown.
I want to I want to advise against Brandon Cooks because I don't know how well they're going to play, especially with Bill probably putting some extra attention on him. So my pick is going to be Damian Harris for a bounce back game. 4 carries for -4. It's just not something you see very often, and they're going to get him, his confidence back and reintegrated into the workload. Maybe get him like 80 and a touchdown or something of that nature. I got the Dolphins and the Bucks. We're on the same page here.
You don't. No, I'm sure. Some Bucks.
I got Bucks.
I also have the Bucks.
All right. Breakout performer or big performer for the week.
Fournette, just because he's on my fantasy team. I want him to play good.
Jalen Waddle.
Ooh, I like Waddle.
I think Waddle has another 12 catch game, but I think this time it's not for like 40 yards. I think this time it's for like 90 and a touchdown.
I'll take the Buccaneers tight ends.
Brayton Howard.
Yeah, like both of them.
Interesting.
I feel like they haven't been getting any production since Gronk's been hurt.
Who's the Dolphins linebackers that would cover them? I'm trying to think. Nobody comes to mind.
Is Malcolm Brown still there?
Not sure. They lost. The guy
Malcolm
wasn't on
Smith,
the line.
not Malcolm Brown. Malcolm Smith.
They lost one of their guys to 20 ACL, so I just don't think their group is there. So I can see that.
Okay, moving on. We have the Packers versus the Bengals. By the way, I scored the first round to Deontay Wilder there.
Fury looks slow. I don't know. I was looking over a little bit.
Packers Bengals. You all on the same page here?
Maybe.
What page? Or like the end of the book, the beginning of the book.
Packers is winning.
No. I have the Packers winning, but I think it's gonna be a close game.
I have the Bengals winning.
Ooh.
T. Higgins is back.
Oh, and Jair's out on IL.
And Joe Mixon's gonna play.
And he's not gonna start.
Okay. I think Samaje Perine is a fine runner.
I think
is Jalen Smith playing? Do we know if he's cleared protocols yet?
Not sure about that.
Yeah,
I think he does. He probably needs a week anyway. Practice.
I'm sure I'm in the minority on that Bengals pick. That's why I said, are we all on the same page here?
I was
had a little mystery.
The players though, like the key players to think of, like nobody really on the Packers besides Adams stands out to me. Maybe Tanyan.
Yeah, Aaron Jones just does nothing ever.
No, but like
shitty
like as a breakout
Yeah.
player.
Jesus Christ.
I like to forget about Aaron Jones when he dropped 50 points on me or 40 points on me.
Deontay Wilder's got to remember that he's got to play defense too.
He doesn't have to, but I'm gonna go breakout.
Really does.
Breakout player to have a great game. Tyler Boyd.
Okay.
Out of the slot.
I don't really want to say breakout.
It's just a good game. It doesn't have to be a breakout.
Yeah, like just guys to start. I'd go with all wide receivers on both teams. I feel like that'll be a high scoring game. In particularly, I'd go with Jamar Chase.
See, I'm about to say the complete opposite. I think they put Stokes on Jamar Chase, and Stokes has looked really good to start the year. So I think I think Adams and I think Randall Cobb on the Packers side. Alan Lazard has been on the field for like 90% of snaps this season, has like 3 targets. And then on the flip side, I would also say Higgins and Boyd, but especially T. Higgins. I think he has a big game coming back. All right. Broncos Steelers.
Broncos Steelers. This is I think it's be much closer than the record show, to be fair.
Well, who do you have winning?
I'm gonna go Steelers by 3. It's gonna be tough.
I got Steelers by. I was actually gonna go Steelers by double digits.
Interesting. Why?
I don't see Ben Roethlisberger as a productive quarterback anymore. He's just not there for me.
I don't trust Bridgewater that much.
I do trust my pick for the week in terms of points. I'm starting him over Dalvin Cook.
Mm-hmm. It's just I don't know. The Steelers, their own line's bad. Ben can't move. Their defense is solid, but I don't know. The Broncos, I can't tell if they're real or not.
They're not real. They're not real, but they're not bad. I think that they're better than people give them credit for. I could see them going 9-8 or 10-7 and making the playoffs as a wild card team. I have them beating the Steelers because I think the Steelers are actually bad. I think that they are real and they are bad. In terms of a fantasy player, I'll break it off. Obviously he was drafted really high, and it's what you expect from him week by week. But like you said, Roethlisberger can't move. The O-line sucks. That is prime check down time, and Najee Harris will eat those every day. Fantastic receiver.
How many receptions are you thinking? 6, 7?
Considering he had 14 against the Raiders, I'll give him 11.
Okay.
Especially with the secondary that the Broncos have.
Yeah, their secondary is amazing.
Surtain, Boye.
No, is Boye's in the Panthers, I thought.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, they have Kyle Fuller.
Fuller, that's who it is.
And then they have Simmons. So
Surtain. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a rookie running back on the other side. I'm gonna go with Javonte Williams to have a good game here. I think Javonte Williams is just extremely talented running back. Speed, cuts, power, and a nasty run last week against the Ravens. I think he'll have a breakout game.
I gave round 2 to Tyson Fury, by the way. I think Javonte Williams is a good pick in terms of like a season-wide guy, because I do think that he's better than Melvin Gordon, if that makes sense. But I think they're still splitting too much for me to take either one. But they could both go off at any time. Pat?
I'm gonna go with this one, not knowing what the weather's gonna be like in Pittsburgh tomorrow, but Brandon McManus.
How many 40-yarders? 3?
I think Denver will move the ball.
Brandon McManus is a good kicker. I'll give you that one. That is.
Denver will be moving the ball, but they won't be able to get into the end zone and leading for field goal after field goal.
Alabama lost?
Yeah.
Georgia supremacy this year, I guess. As you can see, my team does not make the playoff anymore.
Are we sure about that, though?
Yes, positive.
They
have a loss. Yes, I know, but they have a loss and they don't have a conference championship.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're not in the ACC anymore.
They were never they were only in the ACC last year because they had to be.
Yeah.
Else they wouldn't be playing games. Okay, Eagles versus Panthers.
Sam Darnold. He's not bad. Surprisingly, when you surround him with capable receivers in the line that can somewhat block, he's pretty good. I think they take care of business against the Eagles.
I agree with that one. I got the Panthers winning this one pretty easily.
I got the Panthers as well. But my performer of the week has been my ride or die in terms of my fantasy teams, just because in a lot of leagues, I've avoided the quarterback position until the 10th or 11th round, and Jalen Hurts has been there for me in my dark times. A fantastic fantasy asset.
QB3. Honestly, I hate going with tight ends, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go Robbie Anderson. Finally breaks out.
Would you take?
Well,
Dallas Goedert is a terrible matchup.
I was going to take Ian Thomas, but it was either Ian Thomas or Robbie Anderson. I'm going to go Robbie Anderson against the Eagles secondary. He's due for a long touchdown.
I'll take Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba?
Yeah, Chuba.
Chuba Hubbard. I'm going to call him that from now on.
Sounds better.
Chuba Hubbard, the legend, Andrew's favorite running back. So you have Chuba Hubbard. I've got Jalen Hurts. Pat?
No, that was me. I took Chuba Hubbard.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I took Robbie Anderson.
Oh, okay. That's a terrible pick. That's a 10-8 round.
Who's cooking who? I wasn't watching that round.
Wilder he's in a little bit more control, which is odd for him, but he almost got knocked out. So Tyson Fury won that round pretty convincingly.
Okay.
I would even score it a 10-8, not even a 10-9.
Someone just tweeted damn period.
Yeah.
So
it was an 8-second count on Wilder in that round. So moving on. Titans Jags.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna do it.
Taking the Jags.
Grind on 3. Jags.
Yeah, I'm on the Jags for this game.
I'm on the Jags. Lawrence looked good last week. I think he has another good game.
I'm on the Titans by more than 20 points.
20.
20.
Oh.
I think that the Jags have spent about 3 weeks now in very close games, but not been able to get it done. Not even close games, but in games they've been in and not being able to get it done. And I think that changes this week. No Julio. I don't think the Titans have been particularly impressive this year. Like, yeah, they beat my favorite team, but it's irrelevant in this conversation. I just don't think they've looked particularly good. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Jags. Boches on Jags, Pat. And then breakout, or can't breakout because I'm thinking about baseball. Like the playoff thing we did. Performer of the week or player of the week you would start?
Marvin Jones Jr. I think that Laviska Shenault's a good pick here also, but Marvin Jones, I think, is more reliable for Trevor Lawrence. So I'd start him.
Pat?
Normally I'd go Derrick Henry because he's playing the Jaguars, but I'm playing Derrick Henry in fantasy this week, so I will take AJ Brown.
And I'll take Jeremy McNichols. I think he gets 3, 4, 5 maybe targets, somewhere around there. Catches 4 or 5 of them and maybe sneaks in the end zone.
He's pretty shifty.
It's a pretty productive fantasy day. If he gets in the end zone, he gets 4 or 5 catches. It's double digits. So if you're in like a super deep, like a 14-team league, and luckily for me, I'm rolling Jalen Waddle out at the flex. But I did start Alex Collins this week, so.
Okay.
I mean, 9 points, but
there's a lot of good games out the 1 o'clock slate.
Yeah. Browns Chargers.
Another good game.
Not in my opinion.
Is Baker is playing with his injury, right?
Yes. Pat, who you got?
Browns by 6.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers by 4.
And there's a knockdown for Wilder.
I just saw it. Bro, they're both just trying to kill each other. But anyway, I think the Chargers just have more consistency.
I have Chargers by 17.
Hey.
And my performer of the week is the guy I bet on at the start of this year in that 14-team league when I had, and that's 2 knockdowns in a round.
Yeah, he's sitting on the floor right now.
In my 14-team league, I had the 4th pick. Derrick Henry went first overall. Christian McCaffrey went second. Dalvin Cook went 3rd. And Alvin Kamara went 5th. Austin Eckler, to me, at 4. Banked on Austin Eckler. He's been the number 2 fantasy running back. So
I rock with Eckler. Eckler's a nice guy.
I'm going to still go Eckler.
Okay. And this fight's getting crazy right now.
Yeah. Boch, who you taking?
But I'll go Mike Williams.
Bounce back game. Pat?
Nick Chubb.
Yeah. Raiders, Bears. I got the Raiders. No,
I also have the Raiders.
I don't really believe in the Bears at all. Like Justin Fields, I don't believe in the Bears. But I do believe in Damian Williams.
The Raiders.
I'm taking Damian Williams for a big game. Raiders cannot stop the run or running backs in the passing game. And Damian Williams is shown he can be very productive in Kansas City. So I'm going to take him this week. I've started him in every league that I got, picked him up, except for our sleeper league.
and I'm going to be picking Hunter Renfro for the Raiders.
The safety.
Yeah, the free the free safety on punt coverage. Bro, he showed one of the most vicious hits I think I've ever seen in the last few weeks.
I'll be taking Darren Waller.
Safe pick there. That's the big Waller guy.
I am. I do like Waller.
Well, I liked Waller when I picked him in the 16th round, the year that he was good. But then after, like, if I pick a player and then they do really well, I don't like having them in fantasy anymore. Like I did that same year with Patrick Mahomes, his first year or second year in the league, but first year starting, I picked him like really late before before the season started. And he blew up, and then I haven't drafted him in fantasy since. So, all right, Cardinals 49ers. It's not particularly close. Cardinals by 30.
I've got the 49ers pulling off an upset.
I was thinking the same exact thing. I was saying, I think the 49ers defense finally starts to click this week. And I think
Against
Trey
the number
Lance
one
can do
offense in
enough.
the NFL.
Yes. It's bold, but I believe that
bold.
I think Trey Lance can scour some points with his legs and win the game.
The 49ers defense hasn't stopped anyone all year. And the Cardinals offense hasn't been stopped by anyone all year. 49ers are without George Kittle. He's on IR. They're without Jimmy Garoppolo. So
seems like the upset's brewing.
I cannot agree with that. And my performer of the week. I'll take. I am going to roll Deebo Samuel.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
I mean, you can have him if you want. You can both be Deebo Samuel, just as long as Boach doesn't take him.
Oh, bet. Yeah, I've also taken Deebo.
So I will be taking Deebo Samuel.
All right,
but no, in actuality, I would be taking Trey Lance.
Okay.
I think he picks up 2 rushing touchdowns.
Last 3 of matchups: the game of the week, the Sunday night game, and the Monday night games. We had Giants, Cowboys.
I don't know what.
We know
how
what
much?
Pat's doing.
18-17.
That's the score. 18-17.
I have 17 or 18 points they win by.
Oh, I was about to say it's 18-17 game.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, obviously, I'm a New York kid. I'm a Giants kid, but I'm going to take the Cowboys to win this game. If we're talking like objective prediction.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys will win by 10 points.
Dak Prescott, nearly a year to the day of his ankle injury against the Giants, same stadium. It's revenge time.
Or it's re-injury time.
Daniel Jones is a top 5 quarterback.
Cowboys win this one.
All right, yeah, I got Poach. You got Cowboys too, or no?
I have the Cowboys by 10.
All right. And performer of the week,
Ezekiel Elliott.
Tony Pollard.
I'm also going Tony Pollard.
I guess you guys don't like winning in fantasy.
I like budget running backs.
No, I'm gonna go Dalton Schultz.
Hey, I like that pick.
He's been balling out recently.
Or I could go with Daniel Jones.
No one wants to know which host we would go with, Butch. Sunday night football, Bills Chiefs.
I'm so excited.
Who do I like more? The Chiefs. Who am I picking? The Bills.
I agree.
Realistically, the Chiefs need to score 40 points a game to win because that's how bad their defense has been. And they're facing a team that has dominated. Like, I know they've been bad opponents. Goes to do a lot, but it's been like 40-0, 33-5, whatever, like 3 or whatever it was. It's just been pure domination. So I'm gonna go with the Bills in a close one though.
I got Bills in a close one too.
I'll take the Chiefs by 7. Because that game's in Kansas City, right?
It is in Arrowhead, yeah.
Then yeah, Chiefs by 7.
Oh, we're forgetting the Josh Allen in front of fans factor.
What?
Josh Allen before this year had never thrown for 300 yards in a game with fans. And I think he's only done it. He's done it back-to-back weeks now.
What Boach is saying is Josh Allen was inconsistent his first 2 years in the league, and then last year there were no fans. When
Exactly.
he had his good
And then he
season,
came back.
coach is going to pretend that.
And he came
something
back
happened.
in the first 2 weeks with fans. He was shaky. So
Well, we also had fans at the end of last year.
in Buffalo,
Yeah.
For what, the playoff game?
Mhm.
Yeah,
And did he throw for 300 yards? No.
I don't know. Okay. So who's your performer, Butch?
Cole Beasley.
Pat?
Ooh. I want to give one for each team because I can't decide who to pick. Mahomes for the Chiefs and Stephon Diggs for the Bills.
Solid pick right there.
Like, I'm not going, like, I just think, like, the stars are going to show out on Sunday Night Football. Simple as that.
That's fair. I'm taking Dawson Knox.
Brian Pringle, star of the week.
Dawson Knox is a 30%
Ooh, that's
target share, or 30% of his targets, and a 30% target share in the red zone. So, give me him. Jesus, Wilder can't land a punch.
Jordan.
Final game: Colts Ravens.
I don't know what to say here. I feel like it's gonna be Ravens by at least 2 scores.
I got Ravens by 7, maybe 6.
Colts by 3.
Naturally.
Because you know what? I think that this is going to come down to a battle of the kickers and Kimmy Rodrigo Blankenship over Justin Tucker.
Listen, now that you said that, I might have to switch because you know I'm a big Blankenship guy. For anyone that doesn't know, in our fantasy football league, Rodrigo Blankenship was the number 2 overall pick.
That is true.
No, and it is standard PPR scoring. There's nothing added for kicks. Rodrigo Blankenship just went that high because that's how much we believe in him.
We need to switch it to the bad kickers get more points.
Oh, we need to? What if we
We
don't?
need to.
What if we don't?
We don't?
Yeah, what if we don't? What if I just
Then we're
don't
stuck
switch
in
it?
limbo.
No, we're just playing fantasy football then.
It's limbo to me. But is Quentin Nelson close to coming back?
Breakout performer. Or he's on IR, I thought.
I think he's on IR, but like what happened? Was a sprained ankle injury?
It was, yeah, something was
Or a foot?
Something.
I'm gonna go with Michael Pittman.
Okay. Pat?
Rodrigo Blankenship.
I'm also taking Rodrigo Blankenship because he's just that good. He's that guy.
I think the Colts' last 12 points of the game might be for Rodrigo Blankenship field goals all in the fourth quarter to win that.
I think the Colts' 27 points in this game are just going to be 9 field goals from Rodrigo Blankenship.
Who was the kicker that hit like 7 field goals last year? Was it Jason Sanders?
Yeah. Jason Myers did it a couple years ago for the Jets.
Because he's elite. Except that he shanked that one on Thursday.
He missed 2 field goals now this year after not missing one since he was 2019. So, yeah. First one was an announcer jinx, you could argue. Second one, as much as I hate him, Joe Buck did not say anything until after the kick missed. So, all right. So, yeah, that's where we're at. We have, if I just go by the majority rules, we have Falcons over Jets, Vikings over Lions, Saints over the football team, Pats over the Texans, Bucks over the Dolphins, Packers over the Bengals, Steelers over the Broncos, Panthers over the Eagles, Jags over the Titans, Chargers over the Browns, Raiders over the Bears, 49ers over the Cardinals, Cowboys over the Giants, Bills over the Chiefs, and Ravens over the Colts. Thursday night football, as much as it pains me, I'm going to take the Rams over Seattle in a close one. And my hot take is that Geno Smith scores a touchdown.
Thursday night football, I also am going to have to take the Rams. My hot take will be that after Thursday night, Russell Wilson will miss his first career NFL start.
That's just bad thinking, Pat. You don't know which injury on somebody.
No, I'm not.
Boach.
Inside information.
Thursday.
Say it, Boach.
What? Joe Douglas fleeced? That's what I should say?
No. Jamal Adams needs therapy. And Pete Carroll needs to open his fucking eyes. Because if he thinks he can sit there and tell me that Jamal Adams is playing well, He's delusional. He's 70
He
years
said
old. He's
that?
getting dementia. Yeah, he said he's been a very good performer for us this year.
Once a Jet, always a Jet. Pete Carroll, let's go.
I don't actually mind him not having a sack yet, or oh my god, Wilder swabbling.
Oh my
He is
God.
stumbling.
He's on the ropes.
Stumbling. He
Big
is
left
stumbling.
hook. Right hook. Another right hook. They call
This
it.
guy's supposed to be a commentator, you know.
I was just screaming there. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah,
I was.
yeah.
This fight might be one of the best boxing matches I've seen in like a couple of years.
Well, you need to watch more boxing.
I've seen Jake Paul fight 3 dudes. I do not want to. I need to see more.
Because you don't watch real boxing, you watch Jake Paul.
I watch boxing matches I want to watch, and
Watch Shakur
nobody
Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson puts on a clinic.
nobody promotes well, except for them. Tyson and Wilder. Like when you see a boxing promotion
All the
promoted,
fucking
like
time.
I see UFC
All the time,
promotion.
Which is because you don't watch boxing. So you're not tapped into the areas where you get these promotions.
Well, I watch HBO Saturday Night Boxing sometimes.
Okay.
I feel like we should end it before like Boach keeps going.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna talk about probably gonna do like start our shorter segments other than the podcast, like maybe like 5-minute segments on teams. Might be just one of us, might be two of us, whatever. But I'd say Jamal Adams would be fine if he wasn't the highest paid safety of all time. If he was, I think for what he's giving us, he is doing okay in the run game, and he hasn't done much for QB pressures, and he's not good in coverage. I don't know. I wouldn't pay him more than 12 million after this year. That's kind of the thing that I'm at.
The only reason he got that much really because he put you guys on a tight lock because you guys traded a lot for him.
Well, no, the reason we gave him money wasn't because we traded 2 first-round picks for him. The reason we gave him money is because he had a very good year. Like, believe it or not, his coverage numbers were not bad. People think they were just because Julian Edelman burned him, but that's also one of the best slot receivers the game has seen.
He was also injured that year.
Future Hall of Famer, Julian Edelman.
No.
No, but for real, Jamal Adams was pretty good in coverage last year, and he had 9 sacks. That's pretty ridiculous for a safety. And yeah, he played like a box linebacker sometimes, and he blitzed a lot. But if he's getting 9 sacks, then why does that matter?
That's true.
But he got paid money because he performed, and he's not performing now, which is fine to say. Okay, the Jets are actually in a good position.
Is it the injury that he had, the rotator cuff?
I mean, that could play a part, but if it's that bad, then sit out because you're not doing anything for us right now. Quandre Diggs has looked good though. He needs to be extended.
I think that's a good note to end.
Yeah. All right.